Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for a greet and run here on a Saturday. I hope your weekends have been going off to an awesome start here. Again, we are still waiting for another video to cross 2,500 before the much anticipated eye tracker video, which is going to be tomorrow. Looking forward to doing that. I got to set up all the stuff tonight and record it, so we'll see how it goes. Again, and I probably will do a follow-up. A couple of people were asking me if I'm going to do a follow-up like I did last time we did the eye tracker challenge, and yes, I will be doing a follow-up analyzation video, which would be like a secondary content for that day. So looking forward to it. I hope you all are as well. And again, thank you for making it possible. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Prestigious Turn 268 on the Invictus subreddit. As always, the title of the thread was Sin and Edmund's awkward stare down from episode 301. Yeah, that was both of us were very surprised that I was there, and Ed, I think Ed was more surprised because he's like, wait, it's 001 on the timer. I know. I'm sorry, Ed. I'm sorry for startling you. Here we go. Yeah, I just felt like playing a greed run. You know, I've been celebrating playing Mega Bonk a lot, and it's a fun game. And you know, why not do a fun mode here? Even more fun than usual. And Isaac, one whiskey Yankee 2 Borv. We got terrible tears rate again, like we did yesterday. Bad damage, except this time we do have a good shot speed and okay movement speed for starters. We're starting off with the member shop. Don't know how that's going to work here in Greed. Does the member shop actually repopulate itself in Greed? I'm curious. We also start off, of course, with an extra HP upgrade, courtesy of the Crackjacks in the item room. And yeah. Yeah, I highly doubt we'll ever use the member shop, because even the cheapest item in there, if it was a premium, ultra premium item, is still going to be way more than it's going to cost if we just find it in the regular store. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say the member shop is totally useless for Greed, because it is. And again, you still have to worry about, if you go in there, you don't want to accidentally cost yourself a couple of items that you can't afford, like Sacred Heart, for example, or R key. It costs 99 cents, infamously enough, in the member shop. So, and when we could just find it for 15 cents in the regular shop. And there goes our Soul Heart. I guess we're just not allowed to have that. But our damage and our tears rate is not good, and that's going to prove to be a challenge early on here. It's also the first time I'm playing Isaac today, so I'm a little bit rusty. I've been playing, I don't know. Yesterday's run, I felt like we were taking a lot of bad damage. I didn't feel as sharp as I have been last week anyway, towards the end of September. I was feeling pretty good. I thought that I was playing very well, and was making some pretty good decisions. And this week, the first week of October anyway, feels like a little bit of a regression. I don't know, just sometimes you're on your game, sometimes you're off of it. Today I feel more on it today than I did yesterday. But I was also pretty dang sore from physical therapy and all that stuff. And even though you don't think that, you know, you're not using your back to play Isaac, well, sometimes you might. You know, I don't know. Hey, look, it's none of my business how you play Isaac. I just show you how I play. So I didn't bother using Lemon Mishap, just because it's just the pathetic. The radius on it's so pathetic. It doesn't even. It's not even worth like talking about, dude. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I do want to go. Let's get inside of the item room first, just to see what's in here. Oh, Gish, I'm not mad at it. Is there a bomb? Because I'd love to get this. No, there's not. There's the Eternal Desizzle though. And we definitely had quite the renaissance. Oh, it's a funny game. Quite the renaissance with the Eternal Desizzle a couple days ago, and I was impressed. I really was. You know, I mean, RNG may have just been on our side that day. Who knows? But it led to it ended up saving the run there with that technology roll. And who knows? Maybe we'll give it a go here today. Maybe the Eternal D6 is starting to enter the conversation again. Really hoping that Green Duke would just go, you know, fly to that barrel up there, but I guess that's just too much to ask. Got to be careful in here, because these are champion mobs in here. So, okay, I don't know how Dingle made it through there, but this is bad news. This is bad news territory. Green Duke is not a pushover boss at all. Combined with Red Dingle's like speed, this can be very, very dangerous. So not a good fight at all for us here, especially with our Tears Raid. And that's the devastation Green Dookie can leave behind there if you don't have the Tears Raid that can handle his fly spawns. I guess Lemon Mishap just sits at in the middle of the room now. It doesn't dissipate, which is good. Hey, look at that. Lemon Mishap finally got a kill. Hallelujah. And really appreciate Dingle throwing out all these red poops for us. And no, those don't disappear, so that's going to be a fun thing to try to dodge here in the next boss fight. We pretty much have to take... Oh man, I really want to take the Eternal D6, but we got to think about safety here. Pretty much have to take meat here. And we get another flying enemy that we cannot use Lemon Mishap on. All right. Well, hopefully she comes over here. There we go. Well, yeah, at least we use the barrel for something good here. Maybe we'll see the quarter inside of the shop. I will take the Eternal D6 if that's the case. Didn't, but we do see Backstabber, though, and I will happily take Backstabber. I'm going to go in here and check the Curse Room, and obviously it was not worth it. Hoping that we were going to get a bomb so we can at least go see what's inside that chest, but we didn't. Yeah, so tomorrow is the big Eye Tracker episode, and I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of a tradition now, in a way, around here. Tears Up finally in here. I say finally, but you know. Yeah, but people were really, really impressed and also liking the last Eye Tracker challenge that I did. And it was a lot of fun. It was fun for me. It was fun for everybody. So I'm definitely down to do it again, and we've done I think 2 of them now, so this will be the 3rd one, I believe. But I will do that post episode analysis on everything, and I'll go back and observe what I'm looking at and kind of break it down. It's going to be a long video. It'll be a secondary video for the day, like I said in the opening monologue here. So it will probably take the place of a Mega Bonk episode that day, but and it's going to be like more of a stripped down episode where I rewatch it and react to what I'm doing, and then I can tell you exactly what I'm looking at, my thought process, and target prioritization, and all that kind of stuff. It's like a sort of a hyper analyzation version of the episode. And maybe some people find it useful. Newer players might find it useful to see how I prioritize targets and where I look on the screen, that sort of stuff. So it's always fun. It's also something different, you know. Bring a little extra flavor in the month of October here. Backstabber doing work for us here. And I definitely want to get the eyedroppers, but not before we're done with these bosses, because I don't want to lose the Telepathy for Dummies effect. Unfortunately, champion mobs do not drop soul hearts, blue champion mobs particularly, in Greed. Don't ask me why. It feels like an oversight, but they never have and probably never will. Yellow champion chub is very dangerous. He's the most dangerous of all the chubs. And we are really, really, really hurting for a Tears upgrade. Wow. A Tears upgrade. You can see how quickly this room can get out of control with Chubb's respawn ability. Yeah, we absolutely need this. That's shot speed. We don't really need shot speed. We need tears in a bad way. Eye drops helps, but it's not enough. We could get some damage here in Mom's Ring. Gonna go for that. Oh, and we got a Soul of Azazel. Good. So we can choose to use this in this room here, but against 3 sloths, I'm not too worried. And it would help us clear out a whole bunch of waves on the next floor, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. Maybe we'll even get lucky and find Clear Rune inside of the item room or something like that. Now, that would be nice. And Lubbock Coal works beautifully here in Greed. Don't need a bomb, so we didn't get one. 2 HP, we're going to have to be careful here. But we're set up for something good. Telepathy for Dummies plus Backstabber plus Lump of Coal is great. There we are on Womb, and let's see what we get in here for our item room. Good old-fashioned item room. It's a funny game. Love to get a bomb here if possible. And we are going to get one. Very rare to see a bomb in Greed. Some odd reason, of course, is a golden chest. Oh, well, thank you. Don't. Oh, no, really? No money? Okay. Thanks, game. Don't hurt yourself now. Okay, and that was the Womb, everybody. Looking solid here on this run. Really, really solid. Loving our stats. Loving our tier effects, at least. And, yeah. This is not a good Greed run. Not a good Greed run at all. We'll say that Telepathy for Dummies is doing work, though. In a big way for us. I don't think I've ever seen this room configuration before. Lust and a bunch of guts rolling around everywhere. What is happening? I really don't ever recall seeing guts in Greed. I'm sure I have, but it's just not ringing a bell. I don't know why I keep using the Telepathy for Dummies, thinking like, oh, it's the Book of Belial. It's going to give us extra damage. Chad is not who I wanted to see here. It's kind of difficult to land the Backstabber on, plus he can charge you from off-screen, and also spawns just a boatload of ads, as you can tell. Lil Gish is trying his best to crowd control everything. Thankfully, with the bleed effect on, if Chad tries to charge, he gets dinged for a whole lot of damage. At least our range is able to keep up here off of the screen, and that pretty much maximizes our damage with Lump of Coal, which is why Lump of Coal is so good. Especially paired with homing shots. Oh. Double green bloat, you say? This might be one of the nastiest greed runs I think I've seen in a long time. And by nasty, I mean given everything that we've seen so far, plus the items that we do and don't have, and the bosses that we've come across. Okay. Double green bloat in any scenario is awful. But especially when we're talking about a very, very bad greed run. Dude, thank you. We're going to get Brimstone, but it's going to drop us to 1 HP. And I'd love to get Incubus too, but there's just no way for us to do that. This should drop us 2 boss items, I believe. It does. It gives us movement speed and damage. I'm still going to hold on to Telepathy for Dummies, but man, this is rough. We're about to go into Shoal, and we've got 1 HP. Earthright, help us out here. We keep her sack, which is obviously great, but again, we're looking at a situation where we only have 1 HP, and this is scary. We get a damage upgrade there from Keeper's Sack, thankfully. Well, I don't really want to go with the Unicorn Horn, mainly because Telepathy for Dummies plus Brimstone is so good, just with the homing alone, plus Backstab, but we've got to be careful here, because everything from here on out does 1 heart of damage, remember, so hold on to your butts. Okay. Synth Oil is going to give us more damage, but again, that's not what we need right now. Minecrafter, at least this will get us access to this bomb. These bombs, I should say. And that should allow us to get into the secret room after we're done with this room, assuming that we don't just die. And there's no soul hearts or HP upgrades to speak of, but we do get 10 cents here, and I'm hoping that we just find a couple soul hearts. Just a couple soul hearts, all I want. Ace of Clubs is not a couple soul hearts. Wow. All right, well, this is gonna be rough. Gonna be rough. We've got the Ace of Clubs here to help us out just in case. We absolutely need to convert everything if we just get overrun. We shouldn't get overrun, but you never know when the game just decides to spawn a troll bomb next to us or something like that. Now, one thing we can't do is get stuck in a corner. There's a soul heart over there, the blue fire. I was thinking about, in desperation, if we had to, I could go bomb one of the fires, but the game took it on itself to help us out at least, so thank you, game. All right, we still don't have a whole lot of breathing room here. I'm going to take a gamble and buy booster pack and hope that we get something out of it. First Temperance card. There is a Queen of Hearts and Ace of Hearts, so we could potentially, if we get a lot of hearts here, we could potentially turn them into soul hearts or eternal hearts.
Queen of Hearts.
Unreal, isn't it? To think a man could be this unlucky.
Ace of Hearts.
You get 1 soul heart, because this is not going to pay us a whole lot of money. I guess I should be thankful that it's not champion cage, except there's 2 cages. Okay, so let's go load up on Soul Hearts. We pretty much cannot take a Devil Deal at this point. We get a speed upgrade and damage upgrade. A lump of coal absolutely roasted. This would give us Leviathan and also a damage upgrade and movement speed upgrade. We would be back at 4 HP, so we might as well take flying. It's going to refund 1 heart, and then... No, it should have given us a heart there. I feel like. The mark should have definitely given us 1 HP back plus 3 from the Leviathan transformation. Some keys here so we can open up this golden chest. Maybe Leviathan is just 2. I don't remember. Lucky Rock could be okay, but again, there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to use it effectively. And right now, we're holding on for dear life right now. This one could very easily get out of control on us if we're not careful. Again, we've gotten 1 Tears Rate upgrade. We're not going to get any help in this floor from money-wise, so pretty much what we have is what we've got. And going up against Ultra Greed with 3 HP and these stats is, even with Brimstone, I'm not a fan here. Gotta say, shout out to Telepathy for Dummies because, man, it is it's doing a great job here with Brimstone. Holding on to it was the best play I could have done. And we still have no takeable items in here. D6 ain't it. I mean, we just have to go for Soul Hearts. That's just it. That's all we can do. Be able to get 1 more Soul Heart, possibly 2 if we're lucky. Then that's all she wrote for HP. And there is not a single Devil Deal item that I can think of that I would want at this point. Yeah, it's not gonna do it here. Kind of hoping for combat so we could get charge on our Telepathy for Dummies. It's not a huge deal if we don't have full charge on it. It just would have been nice to have for Ultra Greed. So we can buy 1 more Soul Heart, maybe 2 if we get a coin out of this. Didn't, but we got our bomb back at least. 1 penny gets us another Soul Heart. Even if this was a Yarrow rune, it's not going to help us at all. And it's not worth it, in my opinion, to go into the curse room. So I'm just going to bomb it. And we did get one more cent. I'm only buying this just for the stats at this point. Let's see if we can maybe we'll get lucky and roll into a full charge down here. We didn't, but there's Curved Horn. We did get a tarot card that we can buy though. And it's a Fool card. Oh. Okay. We won't have telepathy for dummies. But that's okay, because we still have Brimstone. Our damage is okay at 10, but our tears rate is just so bad. And us getting only one tears upgrade for this entire greed run is pretty despicable, I gotta say. Not from us, but from the game, I mean. We gotta write a letter to our congressman and wait 5 business days for a reply before we hit our freaking Brimstone shot out of here. What I'm trying to say is taking forever for us to charge this Brimstone. I can't believe we were able to get those down. This is where telepathy for dummies would have really been helpful here. I think we denied all but one. I'm letting go half a tick too soon. I'm not used to Brimstone taking this long to charge here. Congrats, Ultra Greed. You hit us at the very end, so that was something. All right, I gotta say that was definitely a run for all time. Yeah, we're not just gonna go off of that one. Run it back. We're running it back for a double feature here on Saturday, everybody. Oh, we have better tears rate than all of last run. 4 Romeo, Juliet Bravo, 99 Charlie Kilo. We've got Breath of Life, which so many people are so angry that I don't use it offensively. But here's the thing. Breath of Life is still terrible, even if you use it offensively. There's also a double tinted rock inside of the inside of this room here, so it's right there. You can see that cross on the left side. We're gonna start off with a range upgrade. There's the return of our tears upgrade, but at least we have a competent tears rate here. 2.96 damage is pretty bad. Shot speed's okay. Movement speed's still pretty good for a starting Eden run here. So you can use Breath of Life if you really, really, really want to. You can use it offensively by holding it down and charging it, and then when it goes off like that, it will deal damage. But you can only deal damage as long as you're holding it, and you don't want to start taking damage. So, in my opinion, it's one of those things. It's just like Isaac's Heart. If you're good with using it in a unorthodox way or in an intended way, however you want to spin it, hey, you know what? More power to you. But I'm not going to go through the hassle of trying to micromanage it. I would just rather just have, like, say, a Space Pro item that does useful things, like give us a Soul Heart, give us homing tears, that sort of thing. But we can use it to go into the curse room for free on every floor, so who knows what we were missing on that last run. There you go. There's the Breath of Life challenge complete. I used it offensively in a greed fight. All right, so we have a good opportunity here to get some cheap keys, and I definitely want to take advantage of that. But first, make sure we just grab this tears upgrade. I don't want to be stuck on another run with a bad tears upgrade, or at least one tier upgrade. There we go. Absolutely bodied Pink Widow. Missed. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's very finicky. And then you can still take contact damage too. We were gonna get like some troll bombs or something. We could open up this double tinted rock, but well, I guess we could. With it's only gonna cost us 1 key. We don't have Keeper's Sack. I'm gonna get hit, aren't I? Okay. We get a couple of cheap keys here, and we are going to need both of our bombs to hit this double tinted rock and destroy it. See a crack right there. Okay. I'm going to save the soul heart until we are ready to go into the devil deal. Let's go. Yeah, spilled milk. Eh. You know, Gluttony could drop us some hearts. I wouldn't mind them. Double Gluttony is surprisingly tricky to fight because you just sometimes it's hard to see which one's tuning you up and which one's not. When you're in the midst of trying to dodge both of their attacks, their multi-directional attacks. I was hoping one of them was going to drop a heart. Didn't happen, but get our soul heart here, and yep, that's a devil deal, all right. And I'm going to go buy one more cheap key because this does in a way save us the trouble later. This is a money saving play right here. Using our money now to invest in future keys where we don't have to go and spend 5 cents when they're not half price on them. And that's just good business. Now we can go into all of our item rooms without having to worry about it. We get a Tears upgrade here and another Soul Heart, which is good. Damage is something we definitely needed. Thanks to Breath of Life, we can also go into our curse rooms like I was talking about for free. So, I mean, look, I'm not going to poo-poo Breath of Life, okay? It's just it's an item that I'm too lazy to use properly, and I know that that's not the right attitude, especially as an influencer who tries to teach people about this game, but hey, I'm also just going to be honest with you. I can't be bothered to use it. I have a lot of respect for you if you're able to use Breath of Life effectively without taking any damage in Greed Waves. I'd love to see it too, actually. Record a video of it and post it on the subreddit or in the Discord. I'd love to see that. Maybe I could learn a thing or two. I could definitely always learn a thing or two when it comes to Isaac. Look, I'll at least tell you the straight up truth of how I feel about something. You'll never have to worry about me sugarcoating it. I'll just tell you straight up, like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I recognize it's not the maybe not the best attitude to convey, but that's just me, man. That's what being a tourist is all about. If we don't want to do something, by God, we are not going to do it. Unless we absolutely have to, obviously. Of course, there's responsibilities. Like, I mean, I don't want to pay my mortgage, but I have to. You know, I don't want to brush my teeth every day, but I have to. That's not true. I actually like brushing my teeth. I definitely don't want to sleep every day, but I kind of have to. You see where I'm going here? There's a bit in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. We might as well maximize our tiers now. And we could take a roll here. Movement speed would not be a bad idea. Reverse Justice could be good if we get kind drops from the chests themselves. Maybe we get like a key or something. This is bad. Double Pride is awful. Doesn't matter what mode you're in. Double Pride is just straight up dangerous. Especially that you know which cathedral room I'm talking about. The one that has 3 of them. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. Ooh, you almost got me, Husky. There we go. We got him. Let's go. I am gonna get this movement speed upgrade. I think it's a good pickup here. It allows us to do that if we really wanted to close the gap with Breath of Life. And we get an angel deal. And what an angel deal it is. Crown of Light, unfortunately, it's not going to be filled, though, so we won't get the double damage now, but that's going to be a spicy Mamma Mia if we end up filling that with Breath of Life. What I mean is that we would be dealing double damage with the Revelation Beam from Breath of Life, and that could be a game changer. But right now we have to fill those red hearts or get rid of them. And until we do so, we are not going to be able to get anything. We're not going to be able to get anything out of those, out of the double damage there. We did get our keys back, thankfully, so we got a little bit of extra money. I didn't mean to burn our dang old Hangman card. Try for the secret room is also opens up this item here, and it's going to be a 2 of diamonds. So 2 of diamonds is going to give us a double. We can double our money now, but obviously there's no reason to do that. Not yet, anyway. Not until we're done with this wave. We'll see how much money we come up with after this wave, and then we'll reevaluate. Y'all done goofed. So it's hard to tell if that was inflicted from Breath of Life or if that was just a little contact damage there. Hey, at least I'm trying over here, you know? Okay, somehow we didn't come into contact with either one of those things. I've seen hitboxes that were way more generous than what we just missed right there, game. I'm just gonna let you know right now. You've definitely rung us up for far less than that. Isaac loves to have conveniently accurate hitboxes. Only when it's convenient for itself, though, of course. Really need to get some more damage here. 4.65 is not going to cut it. We've got 31 cents. Still not good enough for me yet to double. I'm going to wait till about 40 or 50 cents. 50 cents obviously would be great. You missed Backstabber already, that's for sure. So Monstro did burst the milk. So now that's the reason why we've got a high rate of fire. Rotten Tomato doing a good job at causing these jerks to take contact damage here. We're going to get to 40 cents. We'll see what this shop has to offer. I may wait for one more floor so we can at least make the most out of our money. Got sloths just running into each other here, and wow. I would not have taken regular sloth to win that battle, but yeah, sloth did. Good on you, sloth. Proud of you. Another angel deal here, and I don't mind the prism. It's just not. It's not the sexiest item we could have gotten right now. I think it's in our best interest just to buy and hold here. We double our damage, and you saw how badly we needed damage on this floor. So I think it's worth a little investment. Let's buy a couple hearts. Let's fill it up. Yeah, it's a funny game. And then now we can go to the next floor fully loaded and ready to rock. We get this key here. Obviously, with the golden bomb, there's no excuse at all for us not bombing everything that we can on this floor. Looking for crawl spaces. Never know. And look at that. We are able to get a few more bombs and a few more cents. So, hey, 47 cents. Good enough for me. Black bean is black bad. Mr. Dolly. More tiers and it's a range upgrade. I mean, it's 1/100th of a tier, but at least we get some more HP here. So we would have 94 cents as it is right now, if we use the 2 of diamonds. There's birthright in here. There's no reroll pedestal, which kind of sucks. Yeah, so 52 cents. So we can buy something right now, or just double it and just full send it, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing here. So we'll take the 2 of diamonds. We're just gonna pop it now. Let's see what we can get with birthright. And stopwatch basically does what speedball would do, except a little bit more useful. You don't really need the shot speed. There's our damage there. This refunds 5 cents, so of course there's nothing wrong with there's absolutely nothing wrong with torn photo. It's just not what we want here. We don't need the shot speed, and I'll happily take void. If we void the alabaster box, does that use it on the next go? Find out. And we don't have to worry about Breath of Life because it's just not going to trigger off of anything since it's a charge active item. And because at the alabaster box is a single-use item, we can use it once and only once. I believe that's just going to proc now. Yeah, there we go. We get the spear, and we also get the mind, which I like the mind obviously, but it's kind of useless here on greed. It shows us where the secret rooms are. That's something. Look at that, man. Rotten Tomato absolutely wrecking havoc with its aggro ability. You didn't know what that is, by the way. That you see how that one mob down there was glowing red. We painted it with our tomato tier, and that's going to cause every enemy in the room, including bosses, to aggravate towards that one. And it's also going to target other enemies in the same room and go after them, so they just kind of merge on each other like this. And it's very, very, very effective for taking down large groups of mobs very quickly. Bosses, too. They're just going to run into each other, especially ones that deal contact damage like Chad. And you can make quick work of them. So if we use Void again, it's not going to give us the alabaster box effect again. So there's no real reason to use it. Back up to 41 cents. Trying to paint one of these monstros and just let them go to town on each other. There we go. But they're not aggroed. We finally get a double deal here, and the mark is going to give us another nice damage upgrade here. I think also Succubus would be worthwhile, as she's going to be dealing a lot of damage too, and also boost our damage. So now we can go into, if we wanted to, we could go into the cursed room to go see what's inside of here. And it's the Necronomicon. Sure, we'll avoid it. Why not? Why not, you know? We should have avoided that. This has been a much, much, much kinder greed run than the last one, though. Chaos here, which is always interesting in greed. Ooh. Got brainworm. I don't know how we didn't get hit by those spikes right there. We might as well go see what's inside the secret room here. Chaos is going to, of course, randomize all of our loot. So we no longer have any loot tables in the game. It's just whatever loot exists. I do like brainworm because it does allow us to have somewhat of a pseudo piercing or a pseudo homing ability. It looks like true homing, but it's not. It causes tears to attack enemies at a right angle, essentially. But it goes right to them, so it's a weird homing. It's homing, but not homing. That makes sense? Isaac's got a maniacal look on his eyes here. Look at that. Absolutely dominated. Leave it to adversary to ruin our crown. So now that we've taken damage, we need to walk out, walk back in to reactivate our crown. Let's start 2 again. Look at that big boost that we've got while standing in the Succubus aura. I will take Rotten Baby just because it boosts our damage is so high. Our base damage is so high, that is. Our blue flies are going to be hitting for tons and tons and tons of damage. Half-Price Blood Clot. I don't really hate that. We'll take a Lover's card. Well, there's no reason to, but we'll take it anyway. Come on down, Lover's card. I still like you. If you enjoy this double episode of Greed, everyone, by the way, I'd appreciate it if you click the like button. It's the easiest way to support my channel, as always. And it's an excellent way to let me know that you're still enjoying yourselves here after all this time in Binding of Isaac. And also, thank you again to everyone who's been supporting the Mega Bonk video. It's been awesome to see that series kind of take off, too. The game definitely doesn't come without its headaches. I get pretty frustrated sometimes on stream whenever I get insta-gibbed. Like having this awesome build and then getting trapped by the final wave, and then you're literally unable to do anything. That can be really maddening, aggravating. There's going to be a couple swears here and there, I promise you. Try to keep it to a one F-bomb minimum. Unless I'm really worked up, then we'll see. Relation doing work here. You saw the beam actually go through the Angelic Prism there. We had 4 Blighted Ovums. Alright, let's see if we can roll into something juicy here with our last remaining cents. No, Epiphora ain't bad. I ain't gonna hate Epiphora. Epiphora will give us a rising tears rate the longer that we hold down in the same direction. Feeling lucky. Let's go check out this secret room here. Oh wait, we don't have we don't have any bombs, you idiot. Well, now we can't. I'm not gonna spend another soul heart in there. Or am I? Could have taken a bomb and bombed that tinted rock, but, well, we didn't. Hey, we got a tears rate upgrade there from the quarter. Very nice. Right, so as long as we're shooting in this direction, our tears rate will climb and climb and climb up until we get a grand total of 7 additional tears per second, and that is has a lot of DPS when you're talking about Crown of Light. As long as we don't take damage, we will keep the Crown of Light bonus in here. He can have that nickel, I don't care. I've already out damaged whatever health that nickel restored. And I'm still trying to just fire upwards. We don't lose the Epiphora effect. There's so much damage here. I'm glad we did a second run. That first run, you know, was trolly. This one was a little bit more proper, I would say. So thank you for watching, everybody. Like I said, if you enjoy this double spot here on a Saturday, I'd appreciate if you click the like button. Remember, we're trying to get to 2,500 likes here in the Mosh Pit. It's the best way to support my channel. It also shows me that you are still enjoying yourself in the Binding of Isaac, Repentance Plus, and beyond. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great weekend. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Joshua Flanagan, CTop18, G-Ben Gaijing, and Danielle Parisi. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.